Welcome to Epic Spotlight. I'm Dante Royster. Maybe you're thinking, yeah, but real estate feels a little risky right now. Okay, but let's play with the facts. Over every 10-year period in modern history, real estate has doubled, sometimes tripled. So you can gamble on stocks, cross your fingers with crypto, or you can plant your flag in something with history, cash flow, and leverage. There are deceivers all around you, not just in smoky back rooms or late night infomercials, but in the polished suits on the evening news, in the mortgage ads, in the Instagram reels selling you security and peace of mind wrapped up in a 30-year cage. Some are so charismatic, so rehearsed, that they actually start believing the sweet lies they sell. And you know who usually falls for it? Hardworking, dream chasing people like you. Because they don't sell you in the lie. Oh no, that would be too obvious. They dress it up. They hand it to you wrapped in a shiny apple, just like the serpent in Eden. They don't push, they offer. And when you're tired and when you're hungry for freedom, for a break, or for a better life, that fruit looks good. Just don't bite it. But every apple they hand you has a hook in it. And if you're not careful, you'll be chewing on 7% interest rate, thinking that's the villain in your story, when really it's not the rate, it's the narrative. They've been selling us the old American dream: work for 40 years, buy a house you can't really afford, and fill it with stuff you don't really need. And if you're lucky, retire at 62, just in time for your knees to start falling and your back to give out. And here's the kicker to the story: the average life expectancy is 78 years old. So that would be 16 years of freedom after 4 decades of grinding. 40 years for 16? That math doesn't math for me. Does it make sense to you? Would you take that bet at a blackjack table? You're trading your best years to hopefully enjoy a few slower ones later. That's not a dream. That's a deal with the devil wearing a white picket fence and a 401k vest. But there's another way to get started, and it's called the house hack. It's not just a strategy, it's a rebellion against the system. It's your escape route from the matrix. I did another video about strategies on how to use your house. It's called 5 Mortgage Hacks to Pay Less and Build Wealth Faster. It's right over there. Check it out after this video. But here's the play when you're trying to do a house hack: you buy a small multi unit property, maybe a duplex, a triplex. You live in one of the units and you rent out the others. Your tenants help pay or fully pay your mortgage. Every month, you get to keep your paycheck. You grow equity while others fund your freedom. It's not magic, it's math. But it feels like magic when you start stacking wins. We want to create options for you. And with real estate in your portfolio, you can do that. You want to talk about freedom? That's it. Vacations, investments, peace of mind, time with family, or maybe just a chance to breathe without the weight of debt on your chest. But here's what they won't tell you: mortgage rates are just noise in the hands of people who don't know how to play the game. Yes, rates matter, but not nearly as much as what you do with your mortgage. The game isn't about the rate, it's about the strategy. Please don't be distracted by decimal points while generational wealth can be built and is being built around you. I hear so many people talking about the mortgage interest rates, but what about your credit card interest rates? What about your car interest rate? When did mortgage rates become so important? It's the one bill's interest that you can actually write off on your income taxes. So don't ask me if now is the right time to buy. That's like asking if now is the right time to plant a tree when you've been standing in the dirt holding the seeds for the last 10 years. You can continue to keep watching the weather or start digging that hole right now. And I understand markets will shift, rates will rise and fall, politicians will make promises they can't keep, the Fed will flex, but the opportunity lives in those who will move while others freeze. You know what mortgage rates don't lie about? Time. Every day you wait is a day that equity doesn't grow. Another day your rent checks build someone else's dream. Another day you stay stuck when you could be free. And I'm not just talking about first homes anymore. I'm talking about investment properties too. Airbnbs, ADUs in your backyard, duplexes in Detroit, condos in Denver, tiny homes in Georgia. This isn't fantasy anymore. It's just off the beaten path. You don't need a 6-figure salary, you need strategy and courage, and someone who knows how to navigate the jungle without falling for the shiny apples. Because here's what they won't teach you in school: ownership changes the way you walk. It's the difference between what if I can and I already did. You're not just making a mortgage payment, you're running a business. You decide how you get paid, whether to rent it, whether to sell it, whether to borrow against it to pay off debt, use it to start a business, or buy another property. You're the CFO. You're the CEO. You're the builder of your own financial fortress. Smash that like and please share this with people that needed to hear this message today. Because the new American dream isn't about retiring at 62, it's about owning your mornings now. Waking up in a home that pays you to live in it. Having options. Creating a legacy. That's not the dream they sold you. That's the one you build with boldness. And the truth? The world rewards the bold, not the cautious, not the perfect, not the someday people. So if your gut's been whispering that there's more for you, listen. If your soul is tired of waiting in line, step out of it. You don't need permission, you need a plan. Let's build something now while the crowd is still sleeping. Let's turn bricks into freedom and rent into wealth. Your dreams have been patient long enough. Contact me at Dante@epic.mortgage. My contact info is right over there. And let's start writing your version of the American dream together. And as always, have an epic day.